Hey everyone, I'm so sorry for this technical issues. I was just wondering like why this is happening. So I'm still learning, to be honest. So welcome to my channel KD Core Gallery, and I'm here for the second workshop. Thank you for joining for the first workshop. It was about the watercolors, how to use the watercolors in the modernization form in the folk art. And today is the second workshop of doing the same thing but with the different flowers. So if last time we did it in a different flower, I can show you what we did. It was we did this one, to be honest, and now this time we will be doing the another one. So before starting, if you are being here for the first time, let me tell you about what are the materials that I'm using to do this painting. So I have my watercolors. So these in the cake form. I prefer to use the watercolors in the cake form, and it's easy, to be honest. And I have my brushes. So these, because we are doing the folk art, I'm not using a lot of big brushes, so these are the small ones which I prefer to use them. And I have water with me. So if you had joined from the registration form, I had shared a small picture of what we are doing today. But if you don't have it, it's okay. You can make any flower, any plant which you like to do with the watercolor. So this is basically, it is the folk art. That's the Indian miniature painting which I will be doing with watercolor. So let's begin. Let me change my camera settings, and this is the artwork that I will be doing. I hope you can see it. I shared this one with you guys while with the what can I say, when I shared the link. So I have my colors, I have my brush and the water with me. So let's begin. So I will be using different tones. So initially when I started with the first workshop, we had a single tone. Here I will be using multiple colors. So let's start. So first, for doing this one, let me take, so I have these ones. I have this purple which I will be using first. So I will be having this color, taking some of the color from here, and let's do the outline. If you can see, and sorry, I have no idea why my camera is being moving so please bear with me. I have a tissue so that I can wipe it out. So the color that I'm using is the white night, and I like to use this one so that I can have different texture. So initially when we did the first workshop, I talked about how to use watercolors without using without using the base of waters and then using the color. So in the first video, what I did is I used water as the first base and then I put the color. But right now, because it's a small background, like the small area that I have to cover, I am directly using the color instead of using water. Say, I'm just taking the color and doing the outline first, and then taking some water with me and merging it. And don't forget to leave some area blank so that it gives the effect of light. That's I told in the first workshop, but if you were not there, so I'm reminding you. So leave some blank space so that it gives the effect of light. And then let's take another petal, and I am using purple for this. You can use any color, so I just wanted to have the variation, to be honest. And I have a painting with me which have these flowers and they have used the same color, so that's why I'm using the same. So I put some water in it. I will take some color. This I want to be dark, I'm so sorry. And then this is the outline I have, and so this is how the dark will look like. So I just started with the lighter tone. So if you are comfortable doing the darker tone directly, you can use direct one, or like this one. So first I use the lighter tone and then I'm making it a dark. Something like this. So it's up to you. If you're comfortable enough, you can directly use it, or if you're not comfortable with it, you can do it like this one. So I want to keep this area light, so I will take, and I'm not using water too much because I still have water in it. So now I will be using some water to merge and over here, because flowers need some detailing, to be honest, so that's why we are going a little bit slow with it. And this petal, it goes here, and I will do some layering. Like this. And then I will be doing sorry, so this one I can do directly because I want it to be dark. And as I showed in the previous workshop, I was talking about the folk art. Folk art is basically they use a lot of vibrant colors, and same which I'm trying to do it. And then it's all about the color, the design, texture, it's all about that. This is from the this is Mughal miniature painting which I am doing it. So I'm not using the natural colors, to be honest. I'm just using watercolors, but in some of my next coming videos I will be using the natural colors, so the effect and the way it will come out, it will be totally different from what right now it's coming out. So for the above part, I would like to give it a twist, and to give it a twist I'm using a different shade. So here you go, and because it's a light, so I'm putting the pressure, I'm using it like this instead of bending it like this. If you can see the brush, how I'm handling the brush, I'm holding it like this. And so it's a round hair brush and it has a small tip, so it's easy for me to manage with it. Oh my god, it's just a second, I'm so sorry. So this camera, now you can see. Yeah, I have no idea why my camera is doing that. I still need to figure it out. And like this. You can wait for the other color to dry and then use this one, but I am just directly using it. And over here, You can see I'm using it. And I forgot to tell you about, okay, so I forgot to tell you this, the sheet on which I'm working, it is 300 GSM. And this sheet, so basically it's a drawing pad, and this one is easily available at Dollarama. It's not expensive, I think it's just $3, so you can work on it. But I'm not working on the rough side, I'm working on the which is not the rough, it is the smoother side. I'm working on that side because I don't need texture in this one, so that's why. So it is not the rough side. So it's a watercolor paper, and I'm using this one, and I'm directly putting the lines. So you can see with for the base, I had some water with me. I put the water and then I merge it, but for the lines I directly use the color. So this is how I'm using it. So I'm working like a gouache. In the gouache you don't use a lot of water, you want the pigment to be there, so I'm just having that pigment with me. And for the leaves, I will be using two colors. So this is my initial color, and this is the first layer. And then I will be doing this first layer over here. So the line drawing, it can easily be removed after coloring it. And sorry, I just started so fast because I want this whole picture to be completed within an hour, so that's why I'm trying to do my best to complete. So that's why I'm rushing a little bit. So if you feel like I should not rush that much, just let me know. I can slowly tell you about the things. And if you have any questions, you can ask me, like just message and I can answer you while drawing. So I think it's a lot of water in it, so this is the green color I'm taking, and I am doing. So with the cake color, I don't mix the color in the color palette, I just do the layers. It's easy for me to do it. Or maybe I feel like I'm too lazy enough to mix color in the color palette. So yeah, I prefer to do the layer thing. It's time consuming, to be honest, but it's fun. I don't know, I mean, I like doing the layers. Listen to music, do the layering, and so you can see I have given the space over here, and I'm just using water to merge it like that. And now I will be putting a little bit of water to merge this one, because I'm feeling like the white area, it's too, like, it's reflecting in a different way. So when it dries, I will be using a little bit darker shade to give more darker effect. And when it dries, so again I will be taking color and I will be going it like this. And if you ask me why I am choosing okay, I'm just checking if there's any question. So why I'm choosing flowers, because to do the detailing, it is easy to learn in this one, and then slowly we will be gradually going to the human forms. So yeah. And I'm just merging it over here with the lighter tone. you can see I'm taking the color. So right now what I did is instead of using water, it has some water in it, so I'm just taking some of the color, the pigment, to give the darker shade. So these colors are light. If I mean if I feel it, it doesn't have that roughness. It's still the paper, so I'm not using too much of pigment. If you think like I'm using a lot of pigment, no, it's just the water is still there. I'm just doing the layers. And see over here, I need this area to be dark, and here you go. I have no idea how my camera moved, but yeah, this is the first part. That, say again, it's moving. I don't know why. So yeah, that's the first one, and now I will do the another one. And the brush that I'm using, it's a Princeton brush. It's round here, and if you can see the tip, it is a little bit pointed, and so I can use it like the bending, or I can use it like calligraphy brush. I have some brushes over here which are being kept if I want to do some more detailing, but I feel like with this brush I can do this whole painting. So now I will do some water, clear it, and then I will merge. Like this. Right here. And the whiter area, what I will do is I will take some color, and so now I feel like the detailing part, this brush is a little bit bigger for it. So now I'm using a very thin brush, and I am removing some excess water. Take it from here, and now I am doing this line. So the extra, this area, I will just merge it. I just clean this one. Like this, right? And now I can use the green. So first I'm using the lighter form, which is a little bit of yellowish, and I hope it doesn't merge. So this miniature paintings, they are basically, they focused more on the detailing part, and so it's miniature with the name, so they used to make smaller ones, or if they are making it on a bigger platform, still the work that they do is, so it's all intricate work, so that's why we call it a miniature. And I will take green, and you can see, so because it has water, so that's why it's flowing. Or like this. Let me see if you have any questions. I'm just checking. And now I am moving this one like over here, bring this stiff here, so that now you can see. Yeah, it's perfect. In the this flower, it's dried, I can do more detailing. So you know what, I like to do more detailing, to be honest. So let me do a little bit of it. So instead of using the big brush, I will be using the smaller brush for the detailing part. So I will take some excess from the brush, and yeah, I will use water. I will merge it because I want it to be darker. So this is how I want to show you, like if you're doing the darker area, so you can do this overlay. I will take some water and I will merge this. And I want a little bit, not too much, of darker area over here. So this will so I'm using my hand as a palette, like this, to give the more darker effect. That's why I'm doing it. So I just wanted to show you, like you can take a different color to give more of the darker area. And then you can merge it. Over here you go, and you can do the darker side like this. And for the red, sorry, I had a darker color with me. I will use some of it, and just the boundaries, because I don't want too much of it to be dark. All like this, right? So it's just like in half an hour we have done only this area. So I will be a little bit quick, not to do too much of detailing, just a little bit of detailing. And I will use green color to do the darker area over here. Some more green. And you can see, if you're doing with me, you can ask anything if you want to ask, or if you want to show your work, you can simply share it over here, or you can mail it to me. You have my email ID, so, and I can help you. And now let's do this area. This is the darker side, this is the lighter one, the boundary. And I hope it's, let me zoom a little bit so that you can see the color. You can add more colors, to be honest, just to do the detailing. I'm just using some of the colors because I don't like to use a lot of colors. I like to just play around with some of them and make different shades with it. So this time it doesn't need to that much of shades, and yeah, so let's wait for this to dry and I can do this leaf. I will use some color. Over here and the lighter form. And then from dark to light, I will take this one dark and then move it over here. See, with the one color I tried to do the different shade, and yeah, till then when it's doing, I will take another brush and I will do the detailing here. Take the color, and I think this is still wet. Still I can use it. The darker side. Merge it like this. When it will be dry, then we will do the darker area. And then after this, let me move it a little bit here. So now I need to do the bigger area, so I change my brush and I will starting from and start doing it here, and I will make some lines. Use this one, and I'm not putting more water, I'm just going with the flow. So this one it goes. And then I will have some of the color with me. Take it from this side and shift it towards. Like this. When it dries, I will do the darker area. So I think this one is dried up, so I will change my brush, use this one, and so now I'm doing the darker side with the same color. And if you're using the tube colors instead of the cake, you can make color on the color palette, so it's totally fine. Here you go, the darker and sorry. So watercolor we always do from light to dark. So use a lighter tone and then you start doing the darker tones. So now again I will change my brush because I need to do the bigger area. I will take green and now I will just take some water and slide it down. Put some water here and excess water I will be removing it. Sorry. See, I have done the outline of this one, and from here it's merging inwards. So this is one leaf, and I can also do one more thing. I just, with this dark, I need it more darker. I will go from here and move it like that. And this over here, I need to show more shadow, to be honest. Okay, so now let's do this flower because we just have 20 more minutes. So, and then I will be, if we have time, I will do the other leaves and a small tiny cute person. So with this one again, what I will do is I will take the purple. Let me bring this one down. I will take this color and I will do the inside area, this inside area, and then I will be merging it. I'm not using water, I'm just using the water which is on the color, and then again I will take some color, a little bit of color, and doing the outer area, taking some more color, doing the outer area and merging it inwards. So now I have a lot of color on the brush, so I will just dip it and remove the extra ones, and if I will check if I have it or no, and then I will merge it. Like this. And then I will again do the another step. I will take the color and I will do these petals. If you haven't received this picture, I will again share it with you guys. Just message me and I will mail it to you. and also the previous one. If you feel like if you want to do the previous work, the flower that we made at that time, I can send you the picture and you can use your form, your style. I mean, I would love to see the variation. I would love to see these colors in that one. Imagine how it's gonna look. It's gonna be amazing. So I have, and then I will be, so now let it dry. Till then, let's do this part. So I'm using a thin brush. And see how it's coming out. Again, I will use the color and I will just fill it. So while filling, just don't fill it to the whole thing. Just wipe the extra one and then take it. So it will merge. And this one is dried, so I will take again this color and I will merge it. Take again a little bit of water and then merge. I need those lines, and from here to darker. It's nice. I mean, if you want more effect, I can use a little bit of blue, but I can use it on this one. So I don't want too much of it. I will use tissue paper to wipe it out, and see the darker. I'm going from inward to outward because it's darker inside and then it's merging like this, and I will use a little bit of the color to with it to do the darker area, and here also I will merge with the darker area. So I'll take some water so that it doesn't, and I'm just using water to merge it, just water. So whatever color is in the work, it will merge like this. And now I will take the darker red to merge. Let's merge this one, make it a little darker, make this one darker, and then let's take the color yeah, so you can see. And now I will use green, so I don't need other two colors. I will just remove this one, these ones, and I will have only green. Okay, so sorry, I need to change my brush. Color is still there. I'll take this one. From this side, I will remove the extra and take it in, going inward. Again, so this, it has, let me move it a little bit towards the side. Yeah. Take the color to the outline. I'm just filling these shapes, but not exactly filling. I keep putting some white space. Again, I will go like this, and I'm not using too much of. Okay, so I have a lot of color, so I will take my finger and I just wipe it out. This is how I do it instead of using tissue paper most of the time. Yes. Let me see if there is any. Okay, so okay, I will just go from the top and merge. So I'm not using more color. I will just take some water, wipe it out, and do this merging so that it can have this kind of effect. Merge over here, take some color on this side, wipe it out, and do it. So now you have seen, like, I'm not using the tip, I'm using the side of the brush so that it bends. See how it bends? That's why this type of brush is good to do the thin areas as well as the thick areas. So color, I wipe it out the extra part and merge. And again, I can merge this one. And with over here, I have extra color, so take some of it, merge it, this, then again extra. I hope, yeah, you can see, perfect. And you can leave some white to give the effect of. Now I will, so the other area is dried, so I will use the darker green and start with the dip and merge. I will make some green, some patterns over like this, and so I'm just filling. So this is the second layer. I'm doing the second layer, filling it from one side. It's darker, and then you can also use another brush to merge it, like if you're comfortable using the second brush. And here also I will do the texture, the pattern, sorry. and this is the inside area, so it has to be dark. So to show like it is the inward side, so I will use the dark tone. I will be using another layer, but let this layer dry up, and till then I can do the remaining part. Take some more water, put it there, and let me do this first, so that this area, when I will be doing it, this area will be getting dried. Just make some and here, I will hold it and make the texture. I'm just holding it and using the brush in a single flow. To use the brush in a single flow, you just have to practice like holding it and move it in a single flow. Like this. And I don't think I need more layers in this one, but if I feel like, I will do it. So I think this is dry. I can do another layer. This is also dried up, so I will make a line like this. Color. I could have used for the third layer a different tone, like a darker one, but right now I'm just using these colors. And this I need it more dark, the outline. Moves like this. Okay, I have 5 more minutes, but I can, if you are okay with it, I can extend just for another 5 more minutes to finish it. It's almost done. I will take the color and go from down to top. It's just the movement of the brush, that's it. And this is dark, this one goes like this, and it moves over here, and I will use, let's do this area, let's complete this one. So it goes here, let me add more color. Doing I want this area to be a little darker, but I will be doing it later on when it dries. Okay, take some color, texture, and again take some color, and we will be, so when I use watercolor, I use it like gouache or the natural colors, so I don't use too much of water. You have seen it, unless and until I'm doing the bigger area. And so we will be doing this one and just do the grass. Put it over here. Take some more color, the pigment. And this, I feel like I can do another layer, so let's finish it with the one, the darker, so that it, I don't know, I like to do as much detailing as I could, to be honest. It goes over here. And with this one, this is the darker side. It goes from like this, and it moves. With this one also, let's put the darker area over here and merge it over here, the darker area, and merge. So I'm not using too much of water. It's important to control how much water you're using, otherwise it becomes too watery and then it's difficult to control it. I can merge with this. See how so over here I made it a little bit darker, so I'm just merging with it. And another, so I will take this one, do the darker area, which is the inward, and over here the darker area, and merging it, or like that. And you will take more. I can take this color, just want to add some more texture. And let's not forget this small little guy who is here, this one. So yeah, I know I will just take 2 more minutes, I'm sorry. So this is a smaller area, so I will be using the thin brush, and let's use let me use this color. So this guy, if you have seen, I had done this one in the previous painting also. And here you go, the outline of the body. Over here, that you can add more texture if I would like to add. And here you go, this one, let me show you like from the top. Sorry, my bad. And here you go. So this work, it's done. And if you have any questions, let me change my screen. If you have any question regarding it, if you feel like if you're making this artwork with me, you can share your work at Katie Core Gallery, and it's my Instagram handle, or you can share it over here. You can message me, or you have my email ID. I will be sharing it with you, so you can, if you want to ask what type of colors I'm using, brushes, or the technique, I'm happy to help you. So this is the outcome. Let me show it here, and I hope you liked it. And yeah, so I was talking about the sheet. So this is the one I'm using right now. It's a watercolor paper, and it is 300 GSM, and it is just $3. So yeah, I'm using the lighter area, not the textured one. So it's up to you if you want to use the texture one or the soft side. So yeah, so I will see you on next Saturday, same timing, and with more artwork with watercolor. And next time I will be using gouache. So if you want to know about how to use gouache and how to differentiate between the gouache and watercolor, so next class will be that. So see you on next Saturday. Till then, thank you for joining. Till then, bye.